So I didn't make the other episode last week, but I had some family issues. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sullivan Alec, who on Sword Art Online 2, episode 18, Forest House. Apparently, apparently now that the new SAO update has come out. Now it's like at least 6 days after New Year's. It's the 7th. It's the 6th now. Heck, so yeah. Right now things are calm, collected. Things right now is like more peace calm. Everybody started to talk like it's all. He's first peaceful. All the girls. It's like this episode mostly was about the game from the girl's perspective. Well, from the female, Asuna, Leafa, Liz, him, you, and Yubi. They're all from the girl's perspective. So I gotta admit, this was like some for character development, but nothing that you expect from regular SAO. I got none. Also, this episode is like mostly about new skills that have been coming in the game, like updates. For example, the last SAO update was about a clear level. You get certain items from floor 22 to floor 30. For example, when back in the old Ironclad, Kirito and Asuna, you remember they owned a house. That was in the floor 22s. They lived together. They thought if they could reclaim it and defeat the bosses, they would. And they would reclaim their own home where Asuna, Kirito, and Yui all lived. It was like, reclaiming their home, starting over from scratch, getting their lives back. Also, you had to know that Asuna, she apparently hated her family. That's probably one of the reasons why she even went into SAO, to avoid reality. In fact, a lot of certain players go to SAO to reality. Asuna, Shinon, hell, even Kirito, who went to MAO because he knew that his sister wasn't really his sister, they were cousins. Even though they're still family, he avoided it. Yeah, so give credit where credit is due, and I give this a lot of credit for certain standards. You have to understand, things aren't exactly like this is. Even though this episode was certain for character development, it was a really. I guess after the whole gun game, I expect more action from that, especially from halfway to the season. I guess the creator decided with the whole Gun Gale thing, they should have done more work on Gun Gale. Made the whole season about Gun Gale Online. Because now we've gone to like the first half, things are. I just wish we had more from that. And this whole episode, about like updates. Apparently, there's certain secrets. For example, you have one aspect. For example, even though they cleared the floor, they got to the forest and reclaimed their own home. Like, I'm glad for that, but XAO should be a little more action. It was very little action, like less than a minute, less than 2 minutes. I wish we had a little more. Once talking. Also, there's also word of a new player called Seiken. Apparently, this player has some incredible sword skill. In SAO. Apparently, the highest was even though Kirito is strong, he doesn't use the skill connect. He doesn't use the skill connect dual wielding ability that he has in the first SAO. And he still didn't use Excalibur. And then finally, there's the other part. The highest player's general routine with an 8-sword combo attack. But now that this guy Zenken, he's so strong, he beat 30. He sent out a challenge message to over 30 players answered. He beat them all one by one. Like literally, this guy is fast. Eugene was 8 combo. This guy's 11. This guy's literally fast on his feet. His sword, to the point where this guy even defeated virtually every character that came his way. In fact, one interesting part, he even beat Kirito. I'm like, this guy beat Kirito? At first they thought that this guy was an SAO player, but this guy with such well score skill, it doesn't make any sense. Yet they're saying that this guy is an SAO player, but then it's revealed he's not. He's never been. He converted from another game. That means that this guy was someone else. But what kind of sword player skill have? Apparently to the point where even when Kirito challenged him, he didn't use the skill connect dual system, so he didn't when he used one sword. But then And they all tried to suspect something because Kirito, even though they were talking, they were fighting, he also said something to him. So that's a little suspicious. Even though this guy was never in SEO, they overheard the conversation and Kirito said this. If this guy never played in SAO, but if this guy was, all my sword skills would go to him. I'm like, really? A character who's so strong, he's better than Kirito? I'm like, unbelievable. Who is this guy? This guy just came out of nowhere. And if this guy just came out of nowhere, that means this guy has to have some... If this guy is a player, that means what kind of game did he convert? Did he convert in a game that specialized in duels? I mean, this guy isn't a lead player, he's just a challenger. He fights game after game after game. So basically, this guy came from one game and came to this one. So he's an expert sword skill, so he's a swordsman. So, and second, this guy is not a part of any single party. He's just one guy with so many skills, and he's very fast too. So this guy is really could be a big of a challenge, to the point where Asuna himself wants to go challenge him. If Asuna is interested, and she has some pretty bad scores to her too. No disrespect to Kyoko, but Asuna is no slouch either. So give credit where credit is due, and I give this a lot of credit. But I still think we should have gotten a little more action. For example, there's still some story bits missing. For example, I didn't say everything, but I'm trying to describe this as best I could without giving it too much. But you understand what I'm saying. And also, I had to apologize last week. The reason why I didn't make my last episode was because a family member of mine was in the hospital. So I had to worry about that. Even though I am a reviewer, and I love anime and everything. I like to share my opinions with you, but I have an obligation to my family first. And any of you guys on there feel the same way, then you hope you understand. And so I apologize. So thank you for understanding me. Hope you enjoyed. That's fun. This is Solomon Adams. Give my latest view on SAO 2 season. Episodes 18. Forest House. A lot of some character developments. And in fact, Kirito, the only thing he did was sleep. He for some bit, and the rest was at Agio's Cafe. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Signing off. Sweating like a pig in a sauna.